All right, welcome high-income professionals to this explainer. Today, we are going to treat your wealth exactly like a product. We're going to completely decode that acute, almost overwhelming real estate FOMO that constantly tempts you to lock up your surplus cash. Look, if you've ever felt that nagging societal pressure to buy property simply because you have the money sitting there in the bank, you are exactly in the right place. Let's figure this out. Here is our game plan for today. We'll quickly cover 1. The real estate FOMO. 2. The forced savings illusion. 3. The true cost of debt. 4. The absolute core of our topic, why prepaying 7.5% wins. And finally, 5. The strategic playbook. Let's just dive right in. Section 1. The real estate FOMO and the debt-free dilemma. So here is the ultimate, universal debate we have to tackle today. You've hit your financial goals, right? You have zero debt, your career is booming, and you're generating all this surplus cash. Now, the immediate temptation is to trade all that beautiful financial agility for a concrete box, purely out of the fear of missing out as property prices seemingly skyrocket all around you. The big question is, should you lock that capital up for decades or let it compound dynamically in the liquid markets? That brings us to Section 2, the forced savings illusion and how to escape the EMI trap. This right here brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast between your options. You can lock your capital into a rigid, illiquid liability, or you can build what we call a synthetic property through the sheer agility of automated ISIPs. We often trick ourselves. We think that without a massive bank EMI hanging over our heads, we just won't be disciplined enough to save. But when you buy property with a loan, you aren't just buying an asset. You are buying a 15 to 20-year liability. You're trading highly liquid capital for a rigid box. On the flip side, a disciplined ISIP acts exactly like a synthetic property. It gives you the exact same wealth accumulation, but with total liquidity and literally zero maintenance hassles. I really want to let this sink in for a second, because it's wild when you think about it. Taking on a mortgage because you fear you won't save otherwise, that means you are paying a massive, totally unnecessary premium just to fix a behavioral problem. You are quite literally paying the bank, interest, to act as your financial disciplinarian. An automated standing instruction for an SIP gives you that exact same forced discipline, but at absolutely zero interest cost. Okay, Section 3, the true cost of debt. Let's look at the all-in economic breakdown. Let's step away from the emotions and look at the cold, hard math of what a 1.6 crore property actually costs once you factor in the debt. That price tag is only half the story. Say you take out a 1.25 crore loan at 7.5% interest. Look at that 5-year column on the right. Over just 5 years, your loan balloons with over 44 lakhs in pure interest paid straight to the bank. Add to that the 31 lakhs in opportunity cost, which is the missed market growth on the capital you locked up, assuming this a conservative 7% return. Suddenly, your total economic holding cost over just 5 short years skyrockets to a staggering 2.5 crore. And this perfectly illustrates a phenomenon known as the interest trap. By year 5, that 44 lakhs in interest becomes the single biggest leak in your wealth machine. Think about it. Your interest payments are practically mirroring your initial 50 lakh down payment. The longer you hold on to that loan, the more you are simply paying the bank for the mere privilege of owning the asset, which massively drags down your actual return on investment. Section 4. Why prepaying 7.5% wins. This is the leverage test, and it's the absolute core of our explainer today. When we pit your 7.5% loan interest directly against a conservative 7% market opportunity cost, which, by the way, is a very standard benchmark for safer long-term debt or balanced portfolios, you can immediately see that the debt spread is completely inverted against you. You are paying 7.5% to borrow their money, but your liquid capital is safely earning only 7%. You're literally losing 0.5% on the spread every single day you keep that loan active. So here is the crucial takeaway. This is exactly why prepaying that 7.5% debt is the absolute winning move. Because your loan costs more than your opportunity cost, aggressive prepayment mathematically wins every single time. There is absolutely no financial reason to stretch this loan out. By taking your surplus cash and paying down the principal, you are effectively securing a guaranteed, risk-free 7.5% return on every single rupee you put in. In a market where a safe return is 7%, locking in a guaranteed 7.5% savings is an absolute no-brainer. Instead of stretching this loan out for 20 years and falling right into that interest trap we talked about, we need to completely reframe your mindset. Treat your future income as a sinking fund, specifically designed to rapidly kill that principal. Every single surplus rupee used to prepay the loan literally annihilates the interest drag. You slash the loan tenure and eliminated massive chunks of interest that would have piled up between years 6 and 20. You are actively buying back your wealth from the bank. It's a total game changer. Finally, Section 5, the strategic playbook. How to execute all of this like a product manager. If you want to treat your wealth like a product, you have to optimize for efficiency and totally mitigate your risk. Step 1, stop the leak. If you struggle with saving, automate your SIPs right now. It gives you the exact discipline of an EMI without that massive interest cost. Step 2, as we heavily emphasize today, if you do hold property debt and the spread is inverted, relentlessly prepay that principal. Aggressive debt retirement locks in that guaranteed 7.5% return. And step 3, if you absolutely must buy physical real estate, choose efficiency. Stick exclusively to ready-to-move units. Buying under construction properties saddles you with a time penalty where you earn no rent plus a tax penalty alongside some very significant developer risks. To wrap things up, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought from our sources that perfectly summarizes everything we've covered today. Your career is your greatest asset. Don't trade your liquidity for a piece of concrete unless the math and your peace of mind can stand the scrutiny. Wealth is ultimately about having options, guys. Never let neighborhood, FOMO, or the illusion of forced savings compromise the agility and the compounding power of your liquid wealth. Make sure any real estate acquisition is a highly controlled strategy where the math actually works in your favor. So ask yourself right now, is your money currently working for you, or are you just paying a bank to keep you disciplined? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this empowers you to optimize your financial agility.